over the past 20 years, the thing that's changed the most is the products and the process. The process has streamlined things and made the digital side of things a little bit easier to create almost an infinite amount of all ceramic products. So what was Impress then became Emax. And Emax was a new product that changed everything in the mid 2000s. As far as I'm concerned, Emax changed the dental world for a very aesthetic crown that then would be stronger than Impress, its predecessor. Emax stands for Impress Max, and Emax could be milled out of a machine and not hand waxed. And so when it could be milled out of a machine and that you could design on a computer, CAD design, and then the machine would mill it out, then we would have more control as far as having the technicians work on the aesthetic parts of a crown and having a machine do the work, get it out. The technician then could do their final aesthetic glazing or staining or contouring. And then Emax changed into full zirconia. Emax is still around, but full zirconia, when it first came out, it looked like a piece of marble, but it was strong. So it's like Emax, relatively strong. Zirconia, incredibly strong. And what a dentist wants is to have a patient have something in their mouth that's not going to break, because there's nothing worse than having to remake something. And then Emax had a potential to break. And so when full zirconia came out, full zirconia was not good aesthetically. It looked like marble, but it was strong. And it's like, well, do you want strength or do you want aesthetics? And some doctors chose strength and some chose aesthetics, and they would break. But then as technology got better, zirconia got better. And then zirconia became as translucent and as aesthetic, if not more aesthetic than Emax, but like 3 times as strong. So now, here we are today, where full zirconia has become almost the preferred crown of choice for most dentists. And we went from doing about 60% PFMs, 40% all ceramic. Now we do about 90% all ceramic, 10% PFMs. Still a need for PFMs. They look beautiful, but if most doctors want a very strong and predictable aesthetic result, they choose full zirconia. And I think that today, full zirconia will be, starting today, full zirconia will be what most doctors use on every tooth in the mouth. There won't even be an option for PFMs because honestly, they look better. And as long as you choose the right material, choose the right, there are a million companies now that make zirconia. I mean, they're everywhere. But if you team with the right company and you use the right zirconia from a very reputable American company, then that's, I think, what separates us, choosing materials that are the best for the dentist and for the lab and for the patient. And I think that's what we've done. We've got some of the best zirconia you can get in the world, and it's primarily manufactured and distributed in America, but it's also in very respected countries like Germany and Italy, just to name a few. I mean, our zirconia is as beautiful as Emax. So going into the future, everything's going to be done, in my opinion, with no physical impressions. Now, I said this 5 years ago. I said there'll be no more physical impressions. It'll all be digital impressions. I said that 5 years ago. And now I say in 5 years, there's going to be no more physical impressions. And I truly believe that. I think the reason why is because a digital impression gives you such a better image than a physical impression. Just like a 35 millimeter film camera to a high def camera. You know that on a high def camera, you can zoom in and you can see the image, and you can zoom into someone's pupil probably and see every detail of their iris. Yep. Just like a digital impression, you can zoom into that margin and see every detail of that prep. So a high def image is only achievable by a chairside acquisition unit. And I think though, once they get more user friendly, that everybody should have a chairside acquisition unit of some kind and send their impressions to us via email or some portal. That way we can create something that fits a high def image perfectly.